Would you be allowed to see the Queen's naked body? Sure, not a problem. Would you be allowed to pee directly in front of the Queen? Sure, only if you had the honor. People acted strangely at Versailles Palace back in the 1600s. The palace was meant to impress everyone. King Louis XIV moved his court to Versailles in 1682. Before that, it was just a place for hunting and parties. Louis turned it into a fancy palace to show off the power of the French monarchy. Versailles had beautiful gardens, big hallways, and huge artwork all over. Even though it wasn't as amazing as it seems now, Louis and other French kings used it to show how powerful they were. At Versailles, it was a big deal to see the king without clothes on. Important people got to watch the king or queen get ready for bed or wake up. Only the most important person in the room got to help the king get dressed. Back then, helping the king get dressed was one of the grandest of honors. If you had the privilege, you would have been able to see the king's body without clothes on. It may sound crazy, but it's true. Going into the king or queen's bathroom was really important and honorable in French society. It was very different from asking a friend to throw away our bath or toilet water, which would be strange to us now. It gets even worse. The French court believed that only people who were considered better than others could go into the most important place. People wanted to go to court to get money and impress the king, so being able to go into private rooms was important. At court, people wanted to climb higher in society and get money from the king. They also wanted to impress the king by being extra nice to him. That's why having the chance to go into private rooms in the royal courts was a blessing. In the past, taking a bath was thought to be very dangerous for your health. People used perfume to hide the bad smell instead. Courtiers at the palace didn't care much about when or where they went to the bathroom, which is utterly odd. There were many strict rules to follow at Versailles, but it seems that going to the bathroom wasn't one of them. In his memoirs about life at Versailles, Louis de Rouvroy, Duc de Saint-Simon, remembered that Princess d'Harcourt often went to the bathroom in the hallway. This made the staff annoyed and upset because they had to clean up after her. The princess believed that using a stool was beneath her because of her high social status. So she would go to the bathroom while walking and rarely stopped. In those days, palaces didn't have toilets, which meant that human waste was everywhere, even for the well-behaved courtiers. As mentioned earlier, the princess didn't think it was dignified to use a stool or toilet, so she went to the bathroom while walking. This was common in palaces because they didn't have plumbing, so people would relieve themselves wherever they could. This was a problem even for the virtuous courtiers. Makeup was essential for all courtiers in the 18th century. Not wearing any meant you were plain or impolite. Both men and women used makeup to improve their looks, even though it's often associated with women today. Having fair skin was considered attractive because it showed you didn't spend much time outdoors like peasants and farmers. To achieve a very pale complexion, men and women would use cosmetics containing lead. However, we now know that lead is harmful. Unsurprisingly so, at the court of Versailles, lead poisoning was very common, and it was well known that it could even cause death. In the past, a popular fashion style was the rectangular dress, which made the waist look small and the hips look big. However, most women didn't have this body shape naturally, especially not when their hips were made to look 6 feet wide using padding. Such was the life of the royal family. So there you have it. Still love the royals as much as you did before the video? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until then, goodbye.